So the reason that we are recording this video today or doing this presentation is it is Diversity and Inclusion Week. And so we have an opportunity to learn something culturally. And the topic that I want to speak to is the 5Ks. And so I've got a team member here, Mangeet Sarao. He's been with the company since October 2021. I spoke to him just the other day about more specifically his Kirpan. And so through that conversation, I had this opportunity to learn more about the 5Ks. And so what we want to do today is provide everybody with this knowledge about what the 5Ks are and what it means to Mangeet and obviously the wider religion. The main thing about diversity and inclusion for me is about seeking to understand. So when we see something or observe something about a culture or religion or whatever the case is, the main question that I want you guys to walk away with, the main thing is it's important to ask questions. If you don't understand something, if you see something, hey, feel free to speak to a team member and go, hey, I noticed this. Hey, can you talk to me a little bit about that? Seeking to understand is super important because it's the bedrock for diversity and inclusion and ensuring that we have a full understanding of what people believe in and why they do things the way that they do them. So main takeaway from this presentation, please always seek to understand, ask questions of team members if you're curious. Now, before we get into it, of course, Mangeet was awesome enough to volunteer his time to help educate myself and staff members about what the 5Ks are. So I'll pass it over to Mangeet. Mangeet, what are the 5Ks?
So hi, Stuart. So hello, all the fellow team members. So Stuart has given me a great opportunity over here.
Yeah.
Of representing my religion and my 5Ks. So in 1699, when we were first baptized by our guru, so he gave us the 5Ks, which are namely the I will start from the top. So they are uncut hair, and then there's a kanga in the hair. Then it goes to our kada. It's just a metal bracelet that is worn on our wrist all the times. And then it goes to our kirpan. You have all been seeing me wearing the kirpan, and the people are curious to know more about it. And then there we have a undergarment, that's a kashera. So we will be talking more in this presentation about all of them and educating the people. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much. I'll hit the next slide here. Hey, would you be able to, are you able to sit a bit closer to the phone? I just want to make sure we can see your face there properly. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. So yeah, speak to us about the kesh first, if you don't mind.
So yeah, so the kesh, it's the practice of allowing the hair to grow on the god will. So you can see I have a fully grown hair like right now. They are growing all naturally. I have a beneath this turban, I also have like an uncut hair. So they are like, I never used any scissors or something, never cut my. So it's accepting the God's will that the gods made everything perfect, and we should always, thank him for making all things so perfect. We can't make any changes to his creation. So yeah.
That's awesome. And again, it's one of those things that I honestly didn't know and that I didn't understand. That's really cool. What about the kanga?
Yeah. So the kanga, it's just a wooden comb. So it's placed in our turbans over here on our heads, between our hair. So it signifies that we have to clean our hair, and we have to keep them organized like at least 2 times a day. So before wearing turban, we have to comb our hair. It provides like a relief, and it like gives a massage to our head. It's also a religious symbol. It signifies that we have to keep our lives tidy and organized. And also this kanga is also has some medical benefits, like when it comes to massaging our scalp, and yeah, it gives your mind a relief when you do your kanga. Yeah.
That's excellent. See, and I did read about the tidy and organized part, but I didn't know about the mental health aspect, and that it's, I guess, maybe that spiritual connection that, yeah, it helps maybe, provide that massage. That's awesome. I'm going to butcher the pronouncement on this. So how do you pronounce this?
This is kashera.
Kashera. Okay, go ahead.
So over this kashera, it's an undergarment that is worn under our clothes instead of underwear. We tend to wear that. So it is. It reminds Sikhs that we have to have a high moral character, and we have to control our desires, and should not do anything which our guru don't approve. So the kashara also, as like other things, also has its medical, proficiencies in making our health good, keeping all things tidy and organized. It's like a code of conduct for us to wear the kashara. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And the Kara?
Yeah, the kada. So the
Kara.
kada is just a steel, metal or steel bracelet. It's round. It's like on our wrist all the time. So it signifies that God is eternal, and it also reminds us of the God when we see our kada. So many of our team members, mostly from the India, used to be a kada over here. So people are like curious. They reach out to me like, what's that? And we have seen all the people wearing this. So yeah.
And it's one of those things. I've been here for 7 months, and I've noticed team members wearing them because I see a lot of team members, do this, and then I see it, and I'm sitting here in ignorance, going, "Oh, that's a bracelet," not knowing the significance or the symbolism behind it. So thank you for sharing. Again, it's just helping me understand. Excellent. And sorry, you pronounce it, and if you could let us know a little bit more about this.
Yeah, no problem. So it's kirpan. So it's a curved, single-edged weapon, and it symbolizes that the Sikhs are those having the 5Ks, or any Sikh is committed to fight the oppression. We are always ready and always, keen to fight the oppression. We don't want anybody to be oppressed. We always want everybody to have equal rights and equal opportunities, and we don't want oppression of any kind on any people. So yeah, so that's where the kirpans come in use. We don't use it as a sign. We don't view as a sign of oppression, aggression, but it is to fight the oppression. Not the people are like too much curious about the kirpan. They come to me and they ask the questions, and then I talk to them, and then I told like this is the main significance why we are wearing the kirpan, and they are like very happy to know more about it. Yeah.
Well, and I think this is, again, the one item, and I'm just being transparent, that people may, if they don't understand what it means or what it means to you, look at it and see a knife, right? Just a knife on a hip. And I know I spoke to you the other day, and after learning more, I go, oh, well, no, it's not a weapon. It's more based for, it's more symbolic in nature and more ceremonial, I want to say. Thank you for sharing about that. To clarify, kirpans obviously can be sharp or dull, but in this case, normally dull, and they normally obviously remain in the sheath, correct?
Yeah, it's in the shell. It's an agatra. It's like a load strap that goes on, and it's kept in there. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and so it's secure in there. That's fantastic. So, for me, the most important thing to understand is what does it mean to our team members, but what does it mean to you, Mengi? What does the 5K mean to you?
So the 5Ks that were given by our masters, our gurus. So it's like really a code of conduct for me. Wearing those, and I always feel like I am, different from the others wearing these 5Ks, because it always give me a chance to stand out when other ones are standing in the line, and I always been standing out because of my appearance, of my 5Ks, of my kirpan. The people are like more, you look more, you are more attention grabbing. These are like I can say that these 5Ks are like so much important to me that I can even express that.
I know, and I understand it, especially when it's got that emotional attachment to maybe appearing like this is I believe in this, and so it's a visual representation of what you believe. No, it's fantastic, obviously. So I want to speak to kirpans and the workplace for our staff members, just so they understand. So the right for Sikhs to wear kirpans is protected under Canadian human rights legislation and will not be found to constitute a health and safety risk amounting to undue hardship. An employer cannot prohibit Sikh employees from not wearing them. And in most cases, honestly, any health and safety risk can be lessened by steps. Mangeet already spoke to it. It's secure, it's in a sheath, it's not sharp, it's worn in a place where it won't impact the health and well-being of our team, of themselves and their team members. And so, I just want to point out, of course, it can be worn under the clothing and restrained in a gatra. Is that how I pronounce it?
Yes.
Gatra, and sheath at all times. More importantly, thank you everyone for listening. We wish it could be longer. Thank you again, Mangeet, for providing our team members with this information and providing me with the knowledge. Is there any other closing comments you'd like to say before we end the meeting here?
No. It's all good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And remember, everyone, it is Diversity Inclusion Week. If you are curious, seek to understand, ask questions. But other than that, thank you so much for listening today.